Good afternoon. Welcome to Forged from Iron. I am Gatesy. So, the news has broken today that Declan Rice has declined not one, but two contract extensions from the club. Before we get into that, please make sure, if you haven't already done so, like the video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you click on that bell icon so as and when any new content is uploaded to the channel, you are notified first. The story is that Declan Rice was offered two separate deals to extend his current contract. A lot of people have started, you know, airing their opinions on, what this potentially could mean for Declan Rice, for West Ham United going forwards. Here's the thing, as far as I'm concerned. Right now, Declan Rice is has a contract until 2024 as things stand right now. The club have got an option to extend that for an extra 12 months. So in reality, he's got a contract until 2025. So right now, we've got him for another 4 years as far as the contract's concerned. I appreciate that, you know, contracts, they're broken every day of the week. So, but it at least gives the club a certain amount of security that any potential suitors are going to have to pay a certain amount of money. The club are on record as saying it would take bids of quotes north of £100 million. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's out of their mouths. So if Declan Rice is to be at any point moved on, then that's the price. That's it. It's out of their mouths anyway. So I'm not at the minute overly concerned. There's been a lot of people out there that have been quite sort of agitated and all the rest of it, but I'm a little bit more considered, a little bit more like, okay, I don't think it's just about money. However, I'm the information I did see the tweet that X put out a little bit earlier on that it's partly to do with the money obviously not being what he thinks it should be. And to be honest, I agree with him because his wage that they've offered him is less than what Andrei Yarmolenko, our current top earner at the club, is getting. Do I think that Declan Rice should be on more money than Andrei Yarmolenko? Yes. I don't think there are many West Ham fans that would have an argument with that. I think it's a bit of an own goal from Gold and Sullivan to have not, if they're going to offer him a contract extension and your current top earner is a guy that, let's face it, is injured quite a lot, he's a substitute more often than not, he doesn't really contribute, hasn't really contributed that much last season, and you're going to offer him less money than that guy. To be honest, I think it's a little bit of an insult, if I'm being brutally honest. And I think it's incredibly daft on their part. I mean, they're meant to be, smart businessmen. I don't really see that that's particularly smart myself, but that's just my opinion. But I don't think it's just about the money. I think Declan Rice has ambitions. I think that the fact that we've got into the top six and up to, the last 2-3 games of the season last season, it was theoretically possible we might have actually played Champions League football. I think shows that we're moving in the right direction. I don't see that we've got anything to worry about this summer. Fingers crossed. I think possibly it could be, though, that it might be we need to prepare ourselves for maybe some movement 12 months down the line. Because at that point, obviously, he's now got a year less left on his deal. So if at that point he still hasn't signed any sort of extension, I think at that point a decision needs to be made. Are we going to, cash in on, let's face it, our best player? So, I think at that point, yeah, it may well be that we need to get the money in. I don't want to sell Declan Rice. Let me just make that very, very clear. If anybody's watching this thinking that I'm advocating selling him, I'm not. But we have to be realistic and say that if 12 months down the line he's still not going to sign a deal, the clock's ticking, we possibly need to be sort of like thinking, okay, let's see, if Chelsea are still interested, if Manchester United are still interested, what's the best deal that we can get that's equitable for all parties, for West Ham United, for Declan Rice, for the buying club. Fundamentally, we have to get the market value for a player of Declan Rice's standard, which, as I say, in my view, is in excess of £100 million at this moment in time. So I'm not concerned right now, but I think we need to have one eye on 12 months down the track. If he's not going to sign a deal at that point, but I think we do need to up the money. I think if Gold & Sullivan offer him a contract extension and say to him, okay, Declan, there you go. We're going to extend your deal by another year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. And we are going to make you the top paid player at the club. We are going to make you the captain after the retirement of Mark Noble. And if at that point he's still saying no, then you'd have to say at that point it's probable that he's not going to sign, and we need to be realistic. We need to get the maximum amount of money in through the door so that David Moyes can reinvest and get players in that are going to do a job for the club and push us on, hopefully, to a period of reasonable and sustained relative success. I'm not saying we should be going out and winning Premier Leagues and Champions League. We don't operate on that level. Regrettably, we just don't. So, but it's all, for me, we need to be sort of like top 8 of the Premier League consistently. We need to be trying to sort of like push deep cup runs and all the rest of it. So, that's basically my view on it as far as that's concerned. So Declan Rice, I'm not overly frightened about him leaving anytime soon, but I think that Gold & Sullivan need to put a decent offer in front of him, and if he doesn't sign it at that point, then maybe not this summer, but possibly next summer, we need to be thinking about moving him on. Let me know what you think, guys. You got the ticker at the bottom. It's got our Twitter, it's got our Facebook, it's got our Instagram. We've also got a TikTok now, ladies and gentlemen. That's down to my daughter. She talked me into it. So you've got various different ways of communicating with us and interacting. Please do. And don't forget, as I said at the very beginning of the stream, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that as and when any new content is uploaded to the channel, you will be the first one to be notified. Thank you very much indeed for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, stay safe and come on, you Irons.